What's up, everybody? It's Mark Parson, Cornerback Pro, former NFL football player, Houston Texans, New Orleans Saints. Make sure you watch the whole channel. Go through the whole channel. Every single video, you're going to get better. Just by that. Now, if you actually apply the information, how much better can you get? Make sure you hit me up at cornerbackpro@gmail.com if you have any questions about what you see. Also, hit me up. You got to ask for the Cornerback Pro program. That's the first step, actually, because I got to weed guys out. I only want the hungry guys who really want to get to college, who really want to possibly even go pro. All right? So, here we go. We got the Nike football training camp in Oregon. We got the Oregon Nike football training camp. It's a few things. I like some confidence, but there's a few things we're going to have to work on. It's high school guys trying to get scholarships. You're competing for scholarships. So that's my goal, to help you guys get that scholarship. Make sure when you get that scholarship, when you become All-State, you hit me back and say, hey, Mark, this is what I did. You know what I mean? Because that made me feel good. All right? So let's get into it. All right. I don't like already. So this Trevon Sidney, he's the camp wide receiver MVP. That's what y'all need to be getting. Y'all need to be getting the MVP of your camps. Now, he has a lot of confidence. There's a couple things he can get better on, just like everybody else. But back to the DB. He's standing straight up. Now, he does look like he's possibly reading the three-step. Let's see. Oh, man, he one-handed on you, bro. All right, so did it inside release. So let's start off with this stance. This is a bad stance, okay? You're going to have the right foot up. When you're guarding man, he's a right corner. You need to have the right foot up. This foot needs to be back more. So you need to get a good stance. I have a video where I talk about how to stand. So you need a better stance. Now you're doing all right. Looks like you're inside. So since you're inside, you need to protect that leverage. He's going to stem you inside to beat that leverage. You need to weave to make sure you're still inside. Then, once you read the 3-step or 5-step, which this was a 5-step, because it looks like he ran a post, you need to snap your eyes back on this guy and backpedal. He basically settled his feet, and that's how you get ran by. And then he tried to undercut the post. Don't try to undercut the post, guys. It won't work. Watch. Stem inside. He's not backpedaling. He undercuts the post. Get one-handed. All right. Good job by the receiver. That's how you guys get recruited. Make a play. Off top. Now these both, this is the camp DB MVP, and this is the same guy, Trevon Sidney. What did I tell you guys about with the jump split? You see how that happens? What happens is when you do the jump split, your eyes are up here. So eyes, feet, hands. Every single one of the things is exactly what not to do. Okay? So his eyes are wrong, his feet are wrong, and his hands are wrong. Okay? So let's see what happens. Let's see if he can recover from this. You don't want to do that. Well, let me tell you what you need to do. Eyes need to be on his waist. You need to have something you're going to do with your feet. I have a whole bunch of techniques how to do that. You can kick step, buzz your feet. You can take a step back. You can strike and get back to balance. You can jump jam. You can fake jump jam. But let's watch. Money. Man, I could do this in my sleep, guys. You should be able to do this in your sleep. You know what's going to happen. You jump split, eyes are up, feet are up. Your hands are down. And look, he has to hop out here and open the gate. He misses him totally. I want you just to see what that looks like. You guys are getting better, man. I'm telling you. I promise you, man. Just by watching this stuff. Yep. Receiver could have did even better. The receiver could have did even better by creating more separation and getting back on that line. All right? So there's no strikes. Notice that when we get on our heels, we're not striking anymore. We're reaching. See his left hand, how he's just reaching? That's not a press, man. That's not press. Good job by the DB. Now, I would say DB, he has to make sure that he passes the look test, right? So I can tell he hasn't been really in the weight room, but the coverage is actually decent. The coverage is actually decent. He could get a better back pedal, but he does maintain his leverage. But he doesn't look the part of a football player, so you got to make sure that's part of the game too. Get in that weight room. You guys need to live in the weight room, run on the track team, and then work on your drills. All right, so what did he do wrong? What did DB do wrong? Just watch it. Oh, also, if this guy's the dude, if this receiver's the man doing his thing, that's who you need to guard. Guard him. All right, so he's in there and he does a strike and receiver. You don't need to go all the way out here. I wouldn't do that, man. But so he does a strike. I would fight to get back to balance, so you can at least get it square right here. The main thing that this guy JT doesn't do is squeeze. Look what he's doing. He's running up the numbers. The receiver's all the way over here. And let's say because the receiver, I don't like how the receiver did that because now he doesn't have a lot of space. So a good corner is going to squeeze you, and then where is the quarterback going to throw it over here? You know, so receiver has to do better at getting on the line. But he needs to squeeze better. If he squeezes better, this receiver has no room over here to really do anything. Watch what happens. Why is he running up the numbers? Bro, you supposed to be guarding him. And then he looks him back. And then he misses the tackle. Hey, a receiver, I wouldn't do this, man. Not when the guy's playing off. So now it's just, you see what he see his release? Why do that? That has no effect on a cornerback. I remember TJ, like right here. Husmanzado, Ocho would do that, but that's when that dude's pressing him so he can juke him, man. So that's like wasted movement. That's wasted time. Your quarterback's getting sacked. All right? Get into your route and get on this guy's toes. Good job, DB. Just got to make the play. I like the aggressiveness right here. Hold on. I do like from Elijah Molden, I like the aggressiveness. I would just tell you, be careful shooting two. You got to be right when you shoot two. Or at least bring your feet with you. So it's not going to be like a lunge. Like a jump jam is when you bring your feet with you. Okay? So now you're kind of off balance. He does a good job, knocks your hand down. So if you bring your feet with you with a full jump jam, you can get them better. Because you're in balance. You're still back to balance with the jump jam because your feet were with you. Now, good job. Now just squeeze. Don't look back too early. See, look. Elijah actually did a good job right here. He got his hands on him. He stayed square, and he bowled this receiver out. The receiver has to do better at getting back, holding his line. He has to get better at stacking. Sidney does. But watch this. He's with him. Now run with him. Run with him. And then on this post, fight for this shoulder. This is called the upfield shoulder. You got to fight for this. You won't make the play undercutting this. You won't make a play. Watch this. Undercut. You won't. All right. You got AJ Greeley. All right. So hey, look, he looks like a ball player. Look at his muscles. So you think, and look how he's dressed. So you think that stuff don't matter? It matters, man. So let's see what he does. All right. So look, that's illegal. That is illegal. You can't do that. You can't do it. So everybody's like, oh, shoot. Nah, man, that's not coverage, yo. You didn't put you at linebacker. Hey, you want to play a linebacker? Now, one thing I will say, the good job by what's his name? Greeley. He doesn't get in there. So he's changing up a little bit. So he's like right here, and then he's like, no, I'm gonna cold fresh you. So now the receiver, NFL receiver can reset in his mind and adjust very, very fast. The receiver in high school can't. They're like, oh shoot, what do I do? All right. So good job by Greeley not just getting there, and he's like, hold on, let me go press him. He's aggressive. He shoots. I would say, now look at this. His feet aren't with him. So I'm just saying, like, you shoot two hands, it's just dangerous. Because look, you off balance, and if you got a good receiver, you'll knock that hand down, and you're lunging. So it's like you're overextending with one. So you have to be right when you shoot with two. Now he does catch them, because receiver's not elite, but just be mindful of that. When you go against better receivers, that can get you caught. Because you see how he's kind of off balance. Now if you shoot with one, you still protect because you can get back to balance. But now he's like lunging right here. So let's see what happens. So immediately he has to open the gate. You notice that? So if you shoot two, your hips are locked. So immediately, in order for you to feel like, oh man, I can run with the guy, Now let's watch the rest of that play. All right, so this is illegal on so many different. Now if you're in cover two, all right, obviously in NFL, in cover, you can't do this. You can't hit a guy. You barely can touch a guy after 5 yards. And and even in college and high school. I mean, you just can't do this. This is not how to play ball, guys. So I will move you to linebacker off top. And that should have been fight. Old buddy should have fought you. Okay? Just letting you know. I still like it though. It's football. At the end of the day. All right, let's watch this. Bad back pedal. So you gotta work on your back pedal. It's not very fluid. Let me see. And while you're looking back, you can't look back. Terrible back pedal. So yeah, we gotta work on that. First of all, we gotta do our read steps. We gotta read the 3 or 5. Then we get in our pedal and stop looking back to the quarterback. So make sure you understand this. Make sure you understand this. Read the quarterback's 3. If you're playing off, read the quarterback's 3-step or 5-step, right? Then get into your pedal. Now those reads are 2 read steps. Then you snap your eyes just like I did with my pro videos. Snap your eyes back to him and get a nice smooth back pedal. There you go. Nice. Oh. Don't get caught looking at the quarterback at the end. See, a lot of high school guys looking at the quarterback at the end of the route, which you're not supposed to do. You're supposed to have your eyes glued onto the receiver. So watch right here. Watch this safety. Why are you looking back? You're not going to make that play right there. You got to go for the upfield shoulder. Don't notice the trend, guys. You should be good now. You should be good. You should know exactly what to look for. Okay, this is a good clip for you guys. He ends up making a play on this too. All right, watch what are we looking at? So he's probably looking up. I mean, he's kind of bent over, so it's kind of difficult to see. But eyes, feet, hands. Now watch what he does with his feet, and then watch what he does with his hands. So he jump splits, and look at his hands. So this is not ready to strike. You're ready to hold and grab. That's not press man. Okay? And you're on your heels. You pop up, you're on your heels. So let's watch what happens against the MVP. See, like, man, this receiver, he could do so much better. He could go through that shoulder, violently through this arm, and then stack you immediately. But he got to learn to. And then good squeeze. Great squeeze and great way to get the ball. Good play at the end. Good recover. All right, so I got a question for him. Why is his hands up right here? That just makes you a little bit more stiff. You know what I mean? So your hands can actually relax by your side. You can relax. So let's see what Boomer does. Oh, man. Boomer's extremely too stiff. All right, so make sure everything you do is fluid. So you don't run forward like this. So there's no point of basically backpedaling backwards or running backwards like this. Be fluid. He's too stiff. Didn't read anything. Yeah. There's a certain way that safeties and linebackers can guard tight ends. It depends what you're doing. You can do the where you collision them. Just make sure you protect whatever leverage you're protecting. So if you're coming inside or outside in, just protect that. All right. So there's different techniques. We're not going over that right now, though. Okay. His stance isn't good. His back pedal's too high. Good, decent squeeze, but then he creates separation. Okay. Let me see where his alignment is on this one. I like the strong strike, though. All right. Be careful if you're inside. All right, so check this out. If you're playing inside man, inside leverage, be careful with shooting this one unless you're doing the kick step. If you're doing the outside kick step with the inside leverage, then you possibly could, your feet can follow you. Strike, squeeze. So you see what I'm saying? So if anything, if I'm outside shade, I'm an outside kick step. If I'm inside shade, I'm an inside kick step. Unless I'm doing what Richard Sherman and them do, which I'm taking away the inside leverage with my my alignment, and then an outside kick step with my my outside foot, outside kick step. All right. So this is Oregon, man. That's pretty good. I like a couple of the MVPs. They got some stuff to work on. Make sure you email me at cornerbackpro@gmail.com. Get the running program. I got everything. I got the grading scale. It's on sale now. So Hit me up if you're serious. Let's get it.